Welcome to my stream. It's the late night talks with Romantic Developer, and today we have our part number 131. Welcome, and I'm just reminding you that it's part of my challenge. My challenge is 152 days, consecutive days stream challenge, and we moving quite faster and faster with every day to its completion of the challenge. Just a reminding to you that it was challenge between me and my wife. She did something similar. She did a lot of days of consecutive streams. But the big difference between me and her is that she did a very specific streams about very interesting topics surrounding health, everything about daily life of every woman, about weights, loss of weight, about all the things which every woman should do every morning, every day, some exercises, and not only physical but on face and everywhere, all that mask, etc., etc., etc. So each day was about some very interesting topic, and yeah, it's already finished, and it was done few years back. So, and after that we have that communication that it really was very hard, and I say, hey, no. She said, you try, and I tried, and yeah, I can confirm it is really hard to do it every day. It has some pros and cons. Of course, you don't have time at the evening just to relax after the working day. Of course, those streams are not my main work. By the way, I'm right now on my main work. As you probably know, we came here to work late hours sometimes, and my wife uses opportunity to write her book, and yeah, because it's not easy book, and of course in comfort of the home it's not so easy to write it, especially surrounded by family and kids. Kids a special type of family. They pretend to take all your time when they are here. Even our kids are grown, but anyway, sometimes they really want our time, like mine or my wife. So yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so we in the stream series, the late night talks, we normally spend first maybe 10 minutes about discussing some topics not directly related to software development and software engineering work, so it's not like romantic developer, but maybe in terms of romance, with romantic view on some events, and maybe with not so romantic, not so pink glasses view to some events as well. Also, we could talk about your questions, your ideas or reflections, but so far, because stream is not overpopulated, yeah, mostly I'm talking about my own thoughts and impressions and insights. Yeah, today is November 22nd, actually already 23rd. It's 9 minutes of 23rd. And it means that in most world already 23rd, and in some regions still 22nd. And I can say that right now not many people understand that the world is standing on the bricks of next war, and I'm say nuclear war. Of course, most probably it will not be immediately the whole world. It all depends on chains of decisions. But so far, I could say the chain of divisions actually lead us to that war. And it could be your war, even if you're now in comfort of your homes, somewhere on different part of the world, from Russia, Ukraine, Europe, whatever. Because if big war starts, everyone would be affected. I hope it will not start, but looks like leaders are ready to put Ukraine as a victim of nuclear strikes, because they don't want to negotiate with Russia, and they trying to escalate more and more, allowing more and more things to Ukraine to strike to Russia territory, like it's done with ballistic rockets like Atamax, like Storm Shadow and others, and yeah, to fly into some territories which are really historic territories of Russia, not part of Soviet Union, not part of Ukraine or any other recent independent countries. Yeah. Interesting that Ukraine in this year it celebrated 33 years of independence. Let's say so-called independence. It received that independence, you know, it's received that independence really for free. It's like was a gift, 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 gift. Like, hey, do you want an independence? Yes. Oh, okay, please take it. Now you own it. So there was a Soviet Union, but because of some events, we will not talk about them. There was some, I don't have good dictionary in English for that, but of course it was forcible, the try of forcibly change the government, and in Soviet Union, in Moscow, and because that is what happened in other countries, said, okay, while it's happening, why we wouldn't become independent countries? But actually all those countries, all those leaders of those countries, all of them, they were chosen as part of Soviet Union leaders. And our first president actually was kind of president of the territory in Soviet Union, and then it said, okay, now we are separate territory. We are not belong to Soviet Union anymore, to Russia, and so on and so on. So Ukrainians don't fight, don't ask, don't know what to do with that. At least in the 33 years ago. And initially it was time of not so good times. It was my childhood, and it was really bad situation with everything, with food, with other things, with money, with how many, with salaries, and so on and so on. So people like survive like how they could. There wasn't a lot of crime, other things, because it was like something fall apart and something new wasn't built, and it was Ukraine came from those ages, years of recreating everything. Basically it was the same process in other countries, including Russia as well. But in Russia it was even more complex, because some other territories decide, okay, we also want to be independent, and they actually, it's not a question if they have right or not, doesn't have right to be independent, but at that point of time, after several years, Russia decides, okay, no, stop. Now everyone remains here with this country. It's like some state of United States, there was some bad thing happening in White House, like Capitol attack, etc., etc. Let's imagine that new, there was attempt to change the government, etc., etc. It was like army in the city, and some states, like let's say Texas or California, said, okay, we don't want to be with this country anymore, and they successfully separated and becomes country of Texas, country of California. But then after few years, once United States, it's not so united, not so states, but remain as a single country without like having good relationship with Texas, with California, and some other state, Florida, said, okay, now I don't want to be with United States. I think I will do better myself. And United States say, hey, no, 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 please don't. Why you think you could? So it's happened to Russia, and they have some internal wars because of that. Of course, all that movements like Florida independence, of course, it was highly supported by other countries. Let's say Russia supports a lot Florida independence, and United States returned Florida back, and yeah, they live happily after that. But they didn't try to get back Texas and California because they live a good life with them. And after some time, California start to say, okay, we never be the same as other United States. We have different souls. We have different way of thinking. We like labor much more than other part of the states. We are really independent. We have some unique language which very similar to English, but it's, let's say, be Spanglish, okay? Yeah. And after some time, once some big event happened in California, when so let's say California president was like to have good relationship with the United States, but there are some other forces, and they bought by Russia, and because California wasn't so nice. I mean, in terms of managing all people needs, and their like law system wasn't so nice, and if you try to do some businesses, sometimes you need to go and negotiate, and in worst cases your business could be taken, and so on and so on. So because of all these events, and because with a lot of Russia money and propaganda, California decided to move to the side of Russia and say, okay, we want to go to want to have more communication with Russia and less with United States. After they forcibly tried to change the president of California, United States took that opportunity and take some, I don't know, some islands in California, or some part of California, like Northern California. Because actually not all the people in California wants to break all the connections with the United States, you know. Yeah. So, why I'm telling you all of those? At some point of time, after multiple changes of government in California, they become completely aggressive to United States, and there was some conflict on northern side of California when California tried to strike back and fight on that earth to return all the earth of California, and they decided to join, you know, war alliance with Russia. United States said, okay, enough is enough, and start not so successful operation to take some part of California back, especially those people who really don't want to be in California but in the United States. But Russia and China and other countries try to support California and send to California a lot of weapons, a lot of technologies, including Chinese link, which is which is which are created by Chinese Elon Musk, and it's space technology. They send Chinese rockets, they send Chinese tanks, and so on, and Russian tanks, and Russian C-300 system, which are basically like Patriots, or like C-400 systems, which basically like Patriots but Russians, and so on and so on. And the war starts between California and United States. It's interesting that soldiers talk mostly the same language, but sometimes in California they said, you will never understand us because we use Spanglish, not English, and so on and so on. And right now, the Russia and China provided very long distance rockets to California, which decided to take part of what other states are near. Okay, they took part of Nevada just to try to return northern part of California, and they come into Nevada and say, okay, Nevada is also part of us. And to protect soldiers of California in Nevada, Chinese and Russian forces provide them rockets which can fly very long away. And they said, okay, now you could strike to territory of United States with the rockets. And what did United States? They said, okay, I will use some new rocket. It's hypersonic rocket. It could bring a nuclear weapon, but I will strike without nuclear weapon on some fabric which produce rockets in California. So they did that and say, please don't do any more strikes on territory of United States. Otherwise, we will do the next step, which could involve a nuclear strike. And right now we are in that moment. Current president of California, he don't want the war to stop. He don't want the death to stop. He want to somehow win all other territory of United States. Not win, he want to destroy current president of United States, and so on and so on. And United States threaten that if California will not stop striking to United States, they will strike back, and probably it would be very bad strike. And even United States said, hey, if Russia and China supports California in that events, they also like step into the war against United States, and United States could treat them as an enemies and also destroy their bases or their forces somewhere because they allow this to happen. So we are in this moment. Will mad governor of so-called California will strike again to United States? Will United States president strike back to California after that? Who knows? Who knows? But stakes are very high, and no one actually wants de-escalation. Maybe United States wants, yes, but not California for sure. And looks like not Russia and not China. So it was some fairy tale just to describe what's going on and what could happen to the world, and what could happen to the world very soon. Okay, let's hope that everything would be good. Let's hope that everything would be nice and all will live happily and long. But surely not all, because in Ukraine already, I don't know, death toll counts hundreds of thousands people, hundreds of thousand families lost their parts. More than 9 million people have to move outside the Ukraine, if not more. Maybe about, I counted last stream, maybe it's about up to 15 million, I believe, up to 14, 15 million people moved from Ukraine because of this war. Yeah, yeah. I forgot to say that also Latin America completely supports California, except maybe one or two countries like Nicaragua, I don't know, Paraguay, some countries, okay, small countries in Latin America, but all other countries support, and they send a lot of money, a lot of ammunition, a lot of army supplies to California just to help it fight against United States. And they somehow decided that if United States took back some California parts, like northern California, which they like to take back because of people who live there, etc., etc., okay, maybe some political events, they said, okay, they will not stop, they will go and take all the Latin America. Okay, fairy tale. Let me know if you want to hear more such fairy tales, or if you disagree with something. Of course, we could talk about that as well. It's very sad fairy tale, you know. There is no happy ending in that fairy tale as of now, and everything shows that there would be not happy end, but it would be sad end. Most probably it would be sad end for California and Californians, a lot of Californians, but hopefully it wouldn't be a sad end for the whole world. Okay. No one in my country probably would not like such fairy tales. Not about no one in government, because they could find some parallels which completely are unintentional. So hopefully I will not go to jail because of that fairy tales, you know. So I believe we stopped here, and we already updating YouTube video properties, all of those things. We just think about how to make that process really generic. Why? Because right now we have prompts like for titles, but it could return multiple titles. We have prompt for description, we have prompt for better chapters, but we need to insert it into description, and so on. What we want, we actually want to see how much money I do spend on that thing. It's dashboard, chat completion, batch usage in November. Usage in November. And it's only a week left in November. Okay, we spent about $9 in November, and most on November 1st. Okay, and we spent a lot on whispering and slightly on ChatGPT for all latest, and some on which, so from that money we have for latest model for input output like 11 cents 44 cents, and for GGP for or of version from Echo 6. We spent 3 cents for input and 24 on output. Okay, looks good. Looks like we could spend slightly more, correct? So today we'll try to do the changes to our script, and after that we'll try to update some of my videos if our test will goes nice. So what we will do with our videos, let's go to place where we decide what we need to do. So add new parameter, check we have connection to YouTube. Okay, it's actually done somehow, so let's say it's done. Oh, plus, what's going on? So let's remove plus minus parameter. We will not add subtitles as of now, but what we will add new point, and we will work on that. 2 3 3, and let's make it 4, and we'll say yet right now it's minus. After all the prompts are executed, do prompt post-processing and replace them with content of video chapters txt if it exists. It should be done as part of process prompt action. Let's try to find the most recent version of the prompt file. So okay, and also maybe even not today, we spend so much time on that fairy tale, set fairy tale. What else we want to do? Update prompts to return only one clean version of content type, like return only one title. Also update keywords, do not return keywords with word like YouTube and similar, which are blocked on YouTube as good keywords. Okay, so after that, you see we have something need to be done, that one in that one. We are having a huge AI helper script right now. So let's come here, and in place where we have process prompts, we get in the prompts folder, process prompts in transcript folder, processing of prompt, and processing of prompt would be here. Generate and save response. So let's copy that. We will ask ChatGPT to update that function for us, correct? And we need doing something which ChatGPT could do for us. And we need generate and save response. So let's open some of the file. Let's say it would be Python, so we could easily remove something we don't need. So process single prompt, generate and save response, process prompt on transcriptions. Okay, looks like we have everything we need. Let's go to our free version of ChatGPT. It's here. You see, it's free. It's like we don't have any plan here. Let's check if it's alive. Okay. I need to update my code below, especially function. It will be function with name to add next functionality. Once we generate all the prompts, we need to post-process them. Log for each prompt content, and if it contains substitution pattern like variable, look if we have variable prompt and get it content and replace variable with that content. We should process each file once, not create any circular reference. Variable would be in the variable prompt txt file, but it would have several versions, we need to take the most recent one. We should output to console if we do any substitution from prompts. This is my part of the code which is working with prompts. Also, can we execute the prompts initially as multiple processes to increase the speed? Okay, let's see what it will create for us. I couldn't. So that is our code. Okay, it says to integrate the additional functionalities like resolving substitution and discrete prompts, I'll provide a comprehensive solution. The goal is to support variable substitution like variable, handle file processing to avoid circular reference. Okay, utilize multiprocessing to increase. Okay, suggested code modification. Here's how you can enhance your code with the requested features. Utility function for loading variables. Okay, load variable prompt, variable name, prompt folder, pattern, variable name, prompt. Also, it could have some number. Okay, for file in OS list dirs 22222, load variable content, return none. So, for file in list, match, if match file pass, modification time variable files. Most recent file, k max variable file scale lambda xxx1. Come on. Variable files append file pass, modification time. Open most recent file encoding UTF-8 as file read. Modify the functions to handle variable replacement in prompt content, substitution variables in prompt, prompt content, prompt folder, processed. While true, match search prompt content. If not, match break. Variable name first. Okay, it's already processed. Variable content, load variable content. Replace variable name. Why we have so many things? Processing prompts. What we will add? Probably something at the very end. Generated response. No. It's prompt trying to substitute in prompt content, which is not fine. We need in prompt results. prompts folder. So get everything with multiprocessing pull, as pull, apply sync, process single prompt arguments, pa-pa-pa-pam. Okay, looks good, but we need some changes. Okay, looks good, but we need some changes. Function should return content of the file with not most recent changed date, but with biggest number in file name after prompt number. Function variable name match if variable name in process was set process content replace we should do substitution not in prompt content but in files which prompt results and have format like prompt number txt. We should update all of the generated files after we process all prompts once. Prompt results once. Please make mention changes. Okay, now it should do slightly better. Load variable content. Instead of selecting the file with most recent, we'll choose the file with largest number if it's file name which follows the pattern. Substitution of variables in generated files. After processing prompts, will handle variable substitution directly in generated prompt results file. Like, okay, updated code. Load variable content. file, prompt folder, pattern match, file name, okay, variable prompt, add, file number, if not variable files, return 0. Okay, it could be also don't have number, so it should be like D, but in that case we should add 0. To update generate files, substitute variable in files, prompts folder, prompts folder. For file name in list of folder prompts, file name continue, file path, auth path, join folder, file name, file open, file path, encoding TF as file, content file read. Load variable content, it's basically like we had before, process prompt on transcripts. It's what we have, multi-threading, and then substitute variable in files. Function for initial execution, it will we will generate file without number like prompt txt. In that case we should take it and for that function we should process only prompts result files which are generated in our session. Folder with result files could have a lot of files. We don't want to reprocess all of them. So maybe we will change signature of to return generated file name and then just do substitutions in those files. Okay, now we should be really close to what we need. Load variable content, variable name, prompt folder. So default file, let's see default file if it exists. you know, I did a lot of streaming without showing what exactly I'm streaming. Sorry. So yeah, we are looking in the generated ChatGPT code here. So now it should make sense. We have load variable content which still have some issue. We have processing prompt which now executes everything and at the end return generated file, and generate and save response also will not only save the file but also will return output file name. Cool. And now process prompt on transcript. We do processing and then we for prompt files and process single prompt task get if result. Where is result? In task result task get. Okay, if result we just generate files append and then we just substitute in for variables only for generated files, and here it would be all the same code. Let's continue generation. Also that doesn't look nice because we replacing like 5 number of the curl brackets, quite a lot. But let's try. So we have load variable content. In this function we should load maximum number. We should return content of file with maximum number, and should treat file without a number as a number 0, for example. So it will be returned if there are no number 1, for example. Please make change. To treat numbers will modify load variables. Okay, so now we just append that file, search for all other things, and then we just get in the maximum for our file number and return that its content. So let's copy and let's quickly test that function. We have some IPNB notebook, so let's just create some code section here. Let's define it. Do we have all the variables? Yeah, looks like we have all the variables. Load variable content, and let's say the variable name. Let's go to one of our generated videos here, part 3. So now, okay, beta chapters. No. Okay, here we have nice thing. So let's say we want that folder, copy path, return here, say load variables. Initially we need to specify variable name and then path. You don't see like that. Okay, now we just create some quotes in the path, and in that path you see we have multiple versions, for example, of title. Yes, so let's take title, r equals, and let's just show what is the content of print. So we will test that function, how it's working on OS not defined. Okay, let's switch here to our AI helper. Let's go to our definitions of all what we have. Let's just copy and let's just go back to our notebook. Maybe we could insert them here. We don't need all of them, of course, but let's really YouTube DLP, OpenAI, and now okay. So we received some content of the file, and let's see if it's, we should receive title 3 from 1 to million jobs from digging dinosaur. So the last phrase should be from digging dinosaur bones to join in the NFL. Let's come here and say print we choose file with largest number from let's try like this. We choose title prompt txt from title prompt txt, but in that folder we have title prompt txt. Oh, we have prompt, we have before prompt. I see. So we just need to so do like that, correct? Now okay, we choose 3 from and here we have all the files like title prompt 0, that title 2 2, and title 3 3, and we have done 1. Okay, what else we have here for short idea? Okay, let's try short idea. We should receive second short idea 2 prompt txt from 2 and just txt. Okay, and if we will use not that folder but let's say that romantic developer 3, let's copy relative path, not relative, let's copy full path, and let's go to our test and replace. Probably we still need to double quote all of those and encode actually. So here we have, let's say, just here we have like keywords. Oh, description. We already replaced all of that. Okay, we have just better chapters. Okay, it's return better chapters, but if we will use title, of course it will return none. Okay, makes sense. So, makes sense. We have our method ready. let's probably call it not prompt folder, but just folder. Okay, load variable content. Let's go to AI helper. We need one day to refactor that. Okay, load variable content. Let's go back and see what else we still need to do just to make that happen. So we want to change the method generate and save response def, and at the end we just want to return the file name. Let's go to our Visual Studio, and we are looking for method which is process, and it would be processing prompt, and here it would be generate and save response, and here we just say return. Output data dump. Output file. Okay, saved. Return output file. Okay, file number, prompt name, output file name, prompt name, output extension. Oh, and output extension is dot prompt dot. Okay, and prompt name. Okay, then let's go here and it's generate and save, and here in processing prompt we also need to add return generated file. Process single prompt, pop-up process update. Okay, single prompt. We also need return the generated file. Yes. Oh. Generated file equals return. Okay. Now with processing prompt, here in process prompt on transcript, process prompt on transcript, folder config. Okay, just get everything, folder. Okay, transcribed file, processing prompt. So generated files, after processing prompts we just say that prompt file, transcribed file, transcribed file contains everything. Okay, generated files, and then substitute variables in generated files. Multiprocessing, CPU count as pool, processing prompt. Okay, and now we just need that method. In this method, why we replacing 5 variable is enclosed only in two like variable. Formatted string and regular expressions. Let's clarify situation step by step. In Python, when you're working with formatted string, curly braces have special meaning. It's represented literally curly brace if you need to double it. For example, is formatted, okay. Results will be two literals, okay. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay. So let's go and take our substitute variables in files, copy code, and let's put it here. Prompts folder. We don't need to prompts folder at all. So we need os.pass get how to get folder name. I think it's like should be like dir name returns the directory component of pass. So let's say file name and what is the folder? Folder in folders, if not exist folder for okay, folder is something where we just put all the files, so yeah, it looks like proper folder. And here we just the same folder replacement variable substitute in file. Let's just print here that we substitute variable let's just add few more like updated equals false, let's just say updated equals true, and now if updated, okay, so let's just test it. Let's go to our test. Let's just replace it to that, substitute variables in files. Basically in files, okay, files. Let's have the files, generated files. Let's, okay, here, let's say in description we have that as better chapters. Okay, and we take the description, copy, paste, and when we will try that, we'll say something like files equals okay, then we will say suitable variables in files. Interesting, looks like it's just file name. So that would be a folder name, and the second parameter would be files. Let's just check AI helper where we substitute variables in files. Okay, that is prompt, single prompt, and here we have generated file and save response, and here we have output file name. Okay, we return file name, not file. Okay, it doesn't have much sense, but okay, let's try. So replacement float variable, for the system cannot find the file specified float variable, content variable name was passed dir name file name. So in that case we just need to say it should be folder file path. Okay, yeah, we already have that. Okay, let's save that. Variable beta chapters was found for file description, variable substitute. So now in that file description we have replaced that thing. Okay. Okay, so now we need to, looks like everything is working like it's need to work. So let's just make sure that in our AI helper we have proper code for substitute variables. Okay, content folder. Yeah, looks like proper thing here. And now we just need to work slightly on prompts. Beta chapters. Start with persona, create sections. Exact string into description. Beta chapters. In place where we can put video chapters. Don't generate video chapters, just put the string beta chapters as is. And for title, please choose 10 best options for such titles, but return only the best one which you can choose after multi-sided analysis of the titles and their relevance to content. How many characters we have for YouTube title? $100 character here. Oh, whoa. Okay, it's our titles, keywords. Please don't use prohibited words on YouTube for keywords like YouTube. Okay, and beta chapters let's leave like is. So now we will try to generate that prompt, and we will use it for video folder, that romantic developer. Just let's remove keywords description, keywords title. So everything we have generated so far, we just remove it. We go to video folder once again, copy path, and here we have not update YouTube, but process prompts for that folder. Yes, looks like I forget to import multiprocessing. Let's see what we have here for those code. I believe we already used that in somewhere, multiprocessing, correct? Or we use concurrent futures. Probably we need to select something one, maybe concurrent futures, correct? Okay, let's try once again. Processing prompts. So we running processing prompts on transcripts in that folder. We start 4 prompts at the same time. We saved the responses. And we choose file better chapters from variable was found for description, substitute, saved. So now in that folder we have description prompt, which has better chapters itself. File details is our keywords. Let's see if they have any YouTube subscriber goals. Don't know, maybe it should be fine. And we also should have a title. Okay. So we have too many noise here in our folder, which let's say not processing whole prompt, of course, but it's in not here, but where we substitute variables in file, where we say load variable content. Yeah, we just want to remove that print. Okay, now let's just test if we could update YouTube successfully. Video updated successfully. So now without YouTube in keywords, to X UK. Let's see once again. It's our folder, file details, key Y, and we should set title as beyond. Oh, you know why? Because we don't have file expects. So it's expect title texty, but we have prompt. For that, we just need to get load variable content, and where we have update YouTube, use that thing. Update YouTube video. And title, we just say something like that. Title equals load file content, variable name title, and folder title path, join folder. So and it would be our keywords. Copy. and we remove all of those, because now we could get it with that load variable content, and it will read the most recent keywords, description and title from this folder, correct? Okay, let's try once again. Okay, the invalid keywords. The main YouTube video reason invalid text, location, body, snippet text, location, other. So in that keyword, small YouTube channel, YouTube. So let's say in our prompt, generic keywords. Like especially don't use the word YouTube as part of any keyword. Looks good? Looks good. Let's try once again. Let's test if we can process prompts once again. It should create second version of the prompts, correct? And it should substitute second version of our file, better chapters, into, so saved response, and variable better chapters was found for file description 2, and in description 2 it should replace by better chapters 2. Let's say descriptions 2, microphone and sound check, and description 1, sound check and stream concerns. So beta chapters 2, yes, at least it's working fine. Let's check keywords 2. Right now we don't have anything like YouTube here. I don't see any YouTube. Let's try to update once again, update YouTube, and now we should take as content everything from second still. Okay, let's see why they are don't proper. Just copy them. Let's go here. Let's go show more. Let's remove all of them. Let's insert. Oh, it's just more than 500. Okay. So if I just remove it, and save, it will save. Let's just remove it. Okay, let's just try to execute update YouTube. So we just need to make sure that we don't have more than 500 characters in keyword. Okay, so now it should have everything new. Nice. And keywords also would be ours. Cool. Okay, let's go and update keywords prompt. Okay, so keywords txt, the total length of all keywords and special characters should not exceed 500 in length. limit total length of response below 500. Did we done the good? I believe so. Let's try. Let's again processing prompts on the same video. So we executing our prompts based on transcript we generated before for the video. We saving all the responses like beta chapters 3, title 3, keywords 3, and title 3 replaced. Now let's try to update YouTube. Let's see what we received here in our Romantic Night 3 in keywords 3. So we have YouTube at least, and we have total length of 542. So let's ask ChatGPT, maybe it can help us. Let's just ask a free version of ChatGPT. Hi, I am building a ChatGPT prompt to generate proper keywords for my YouTube video based on transcript I provide. I need it to return less than 500 characters in length total, but prompt is returning more. As well, it uses YouTube in the keywords list. Help me update prompt text to resolve this issue. My current prompt text is and let's move and see what it will support. Okay, you know, we could change that. Let's go here in our Visual Studio. We use generic, so keywords. In description we have like transcript. Let's say that transcript. Okay, and we use generic for Python. Okay, let's try to generate another version of the prompt. Okay, let's look quickly on our keywords 4. 854, and I see YouTube. doesn't help. Let's try emphasize that prompt this way. So go to keywords definition prompt. Let's based guidelines, example of format, and we just let's try, I thought that it would be more good boy and will follow what we ask. Of course, we could go with the things like structured output and ask it return us in like list of keywords, and then we can go and do some post-process, and if keywords is a sync, we just see if we that total number should be more than 500 and they shouldn't contain YouTube, for example. But really, I think it should be simple to provide that sync like sync. Okay, I'm really feeling slightly tired. Okay, still 511. So let's see once again keywords. Be under. Don't return more than 500 characters. Please cut the response to no more than 500. It's become interesting. Is it possible for ChatGPT to say, hey, don't return more than 500? And with tokens, max token lengths, it's possible, but tokens not exactly goes to character lengths, because it's very dependent on language and other things. So it's not something we could do easily. Okay, description working nice, at least, yes. Better chapters always work just nice. And keywords, it doesn't work nice at all. Now it did work. Okay, you know what? Let's remove everything except file details. and all the titles. So we removed everything, all the prompts. Yes. Let's generate once again and see. Maybe it now will work. Let's see. Prompt. "507. You know what? It's close, you see, it's close. Let's just ask, hey, I have a function to update YouTube video, but text sometimes return a list which is more than 500 character in length. Can you please limit it to 500 to no more than 500? Text looks like tag 1, tag 2, tag 3. Please write an utility function to limit that list, not to cut the word in the middle, but return list not beyond 500 characters total, including comma. Let's see. Okay, if let's return with strip and do split for text and text list if current lengths break, else return. So basically we just wrote a function which just limit text to 500 characters. Let's go here. Yeah, we need to redefine our code a lot. Not redefine, but refactoring. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So here, tags, load variable, if tags, that thing we could remove. Okay, now even with that tags, that code, if we will try to update YouTube, we shouldn't get an issues, correct? You know what? Let's test that. Let's go to our notebook. Let's replace it limit tags. We have tags equals, and let's go here. Let's go keyword, copy, and let's go insert it here, and then let's say a equals limit text print a. Okay. My wife calling me to go back home and do a lot of smiling to me, so I really need to think about it. Okay, let's define it once again. Let's execute it. We retrieve response. Let's copy that response. Let's come here. Let's just insert that. And let's see. 507. Really? How it's possible? It's not less. Split. If tag result tags. If tag in tag list. For tag current length 0. Len tag plus if result tags else. So if we have anything we add here more than 500, for comma current length plus len of tag result tag len of tag result tags append. How it's possible that len in that case would be more? Let's quickly ask, hey, I testing this function like and receive 5.7. The function what doesn't account for the comma separators in the calculation of total length properly, particularly when tags are near the limit. And why is that? Break tag length and tag length plus result text L0. Let's test it. Let's quickly test that and see if it will help. And now, come on. If current length plus tag length is more than 500, break. Let's say equals. Maybe we just steal 507. Let's just execute this code, correct? $507. It still returns so the function total length now sees that comma and space between the text have been added in incorrect way, leading the total length exceed 500 characters. So split result text, okay, current length 0. If result text, then +2 for comma and space. Why we need space? Okay, we need space. Otherwise, maybe we don't need space. Let's see keywords. Yeah, that's space. But let's just copy very quickly. Let's just go here. We don't need spaces. Let's remove spaces in the beginning and ending of the text. So I really want to complete that very quickly, you see, but let's go back here, token test. It's our list, yes. Now 480, and we have everything, audio issues, because we removed all the spaces. Okay, and if we add that thing, really text A, do you understand what's going on? Audio issues. Let's copy here. Now it's 480. Let's go here, remove everything. 536. Why it's adding 536? Where it took that? How it's calculating that? Okay, let's copy that. So I selected 446, and here I select 480. Come on. Okay, I don't know what's going on. What we can do, we can continue with that tomorrow. I really don't know why it says 500 characters, and we have 500 characters including commas, and it's still not enough. Okay, I really don't know, but it's interesting. Maybe it's used 2 characters for comma, I don't know. Okay, guys, as usual, I wish you a good day. I wish you to get up in the morning and sleep in the evening with knowing that there are no nuclear war in the world. You can listen to my fairy tale at the beginning of the stream. So hopefully the people have wisdom and have some mind, good mind, and will try to de-escalate current situation. So far, I just wish you to have that good mind of yours and to apply it in your family, in your relationship with others. That is a very important thing. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow or whenever you are ready. I will be streaming every day starting from 11 p.m. Have a nice day. Goodbye.